Moon Capricorn. My name is Marie. This is Indigo Earth Tarot. Thank you for coming into the channel. It's nice to have you here. I also want to welcome in your cross watchers. Cross watchers, you are here to find out what's going on with your Capricorn. Therefore, some of this message could be for you as well. Remember that energies do go both ways, so feel free to interpret the direction or the meaning of the messages as it relates to your personal situation. And the messages coming through for you, Capricorn, should reflect some aspect of your current situation, although it does not have to reflect the whole thing, or it could just resonate with an inner knowing. So take what fits. If it doesn't fit, you don't have to try to make it fit. It just might mean the reading's meant for somebody else this week. But for those of you that this does resonate with, I will have an extended. The link to that is in the description box below, and I'm going to go deeper into the messages coming through by exploring the zodiac signs that show up in your reading. And those zodiac signs are about personal connections as well as intimate relationship or relationships. So just keep that with you as we get ready to go here. This is for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. Messages for those watching, please. Also, if you're new here, welcome into the channel. If you like the content being shared, please like and subscribe. And to those of you that have subscribed already, thank you for your support. It is very much appreciated. So let's get started. This is for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. Messages for those watching, please. All right, here we go, Cappies. So, overall energetic theme for the reading, you have the Eight of Swords. Could be feeling a little bit powerless, not able to move forward, stuck. But we'll see where we go with that. So let's find out what's happening with you. What's going on in the situation? We have the Two of Cups. We have the Four of Wands. And we have the Prince of Wands. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sag. It's looking like this has something to do with an alliance or a very strong connection where there's some sort of commitment, long-term commitment, life-changing commitment. I mean, it looks exciting, adventurous, something to look forward to. You know, inspired by it, really, you know, moving towards some type of long-term commitment here. So I don't know where this Eight of Swords is coming in, but let's keep going. So why is this happening? We have the Empress. Things are growing. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. Well, things are growing into a really good place here. Things are moving forward. Maybe things have kind of come out of a rough patch, but it seems that you're moving and heading in the right direction. And there's love here. Like there's openness. You know, this is contentment, happiness, joy, peace, compassion, empathy. And you get the Empress leading it off here and why this is happening. So things are growing, you know. Maybe this is leveling up to a different level than it has been in the past. So let's see how this is all going to play out. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Hierophant coming through. And we have the Emperor. Well, what I'm seeing here is that somebody, possibly, for some of you, might be using this situation or this commitment as a control piece here. Because somebody here seems to be a little bit emotionally unavailable. You got the Eight of Cups and you got the Emperor. Someone is very controlling. Someone could be manipulating your feelings, Somebody could be moving this forward because they want a commitment. They want, you know, this kind of seems to me like locking somebody in. Eight of Swords, locking somebody in. So let's see where we're going to go with this, okay? I want to know what this Prince of Wands is. What's the exciting piece here? We have the King of Cups. We have the Three of Wands. Looking forward to the future. Devotion, making a decision that's for the better of the whole. And we have Temperance. However, something is out of balance here. This is a new path, you know, Three of Wands. This is a new adventure. This is something, you know, you're looking for, you got the Queen of Cups here and the King of Cups here. You're looking for, you know, that match, that, you know, that connection. But something here is out of balance. I think with the Prince of Wands here, you know, this taking action is really inspiring to you, because Temperance can also be very inspiring. But like I said, down here we have the Eight of Cups. Someone's emotionally unavailable, and we have the Emperor. Could be a control freak. I don't know. I'm just saying, because you do have the Emperor and the Empress coming in here, and when the Emperor without the Empress is very controlling, kind of dictator, kind of like does everything by the book, really doesn't, you know, stretch too far off of, you know, everything's black and white. There's not a whole lot of gray area. And when you have the Empress by herself, she can be very seductive. She can be very alluring. She can be very mischievous. But when you have the two of them together, it's a good balance. However, they're in different contexts here of the reading, right? What's going on, why it's going on, where it's going. So let's find out what the Empress is. I mean, I don't see any warning signals here for you, Cappy. So we're going to have to get clarity on that bottom row. So there's been a sudden change here. Something is growing. Something is, you know, through communication. You know, you two could be communicating a lot, learning a lot of new things about each other. This could be a sudden change. I don't know if this is somebody from your past. I kind of feel like it is, but I'm not quite sure. You know, maybe it's somebody that you dated before and then things just kind of fell apart. You know, maybe at that time you weren't really talking too much. Maybe this person came back into your life, or this could be somebody, you know, completely new. But either way it goes, the communication between the two of you is, you know, you're learning a lot about each other. You're opening up a little bit. Things are starting to grow. Things are starting to blossom. Things are heading in a, you know, in a really good direction. So let's see what the Six of Cups is. Or the Six of Wands, I'm sorry. The Six of Wands here. We have the Queen of Swords. Look at how they make that Queen of Swords like battered and tattered. We have the Six of Pentacles. Give me one more, please. And we have the Four of Swords. I think there's going to be a sudden change here. This looks a little bit like, you know, the exchanges that are happening right off the bat here to kind of head this in the direction of a long-lasting commitment, you know, an engagement, a marriage, or something like that. And, you know, communication is opening up. Things are just blossoming. Things are growing. Things are moving in a great direction. There's a lot of talking. And then all of a sudden things shift. The Tower, right? Just when you kind of come up out of a dark place and you're heading in the right direction, someone goes cold here, or something goes cold here. The exchanges are kind of not empty, but silent, kind of quiet. You know, somebody kind of goes silent or kind of goes quiet. You know, their aura, their mood changes. The energy shifts to a much more, there's not a whole lot of action. There's not a whole lot of action. Usually the Four of Swords is about healing. But in this case, you know, I'm seeing it as just no action. Someone's just like shutting things down. So let's see what the Queen of Cups is. I'm going to use a different deck. What is the Queen of Cups here? We have the Chariot, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Cups. It's almost like somebody's drawing you in or drawing you back. I don't have the Six of Cups in here, so I don't, you know, again, is this someone from your past? I'm not sure. You know best, right? But it's almost like someone's drawing you in, opening you up here. And then all of a sudden, once they kind of get this commitment from you, it's like they go in a different direction, you know? They're not, you know, we got Temperance here. There's two sides to whatever this person is doing. You know, there's one where there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of exchanges. And then the exchanges turn in a different direction here. The energy changes. And all of a sudden, it's like things are just kind of quiet, serene. They're not really, you know, it's almost like someone's just kind of waiting out the situation, waiting to see what happens, or they just become, you know, kind of, not solitude, what is my word? Kind of like silent. Because you got the Eight of Swords here, feeling pretty locked in. And it's almost like somebody's drawing you in to kind of like hook you. So let's see what this Eight of Cups is. Like throwing the bait out to see if you're going to take it. And then once you take it and they kind of know they got you hooked, they don't have to work so hard anymore. Like they're not going to work as hard anymore. So, you know, they've got you, and now they can just kind of sit back and they don't have to push things forward anymore. So what is this Eight of Cups? Wow, the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Cups. Somebody here, then we have the Ten of Cups, then we have the Four of Wands. Somebody here might be love bombing you, Capricorn. This kind of looks like love bombing to me, to kind of hook you in. Because Eight of Cups, clarified by the Eight of Cups, somebody's emotionally distant here or emotionally unavailable. But it's followed by the Ten of Cups. So, you know, there's some sort of illusion here being presented. You know, and you got the Four of Wands again. You know, there's that commitment. You know, this is going to last forever. This is, you know, happily ever after kind of thing. Yet there's somebody's emotionally unavailable. It's like bringing you in and then hooking you and then just, you know, they don't have to put the time and effort into it anymore. They're doing what they need to do to catch you, so to speak. You know, the Chariot, catch you. And then they just kind of sit back and play it out, I guess. So what is this? What is this what's the Hierophant here? Could be dealing with a Taurus. Who do I have showing up here? I've got Taurus. I've got Cancer. I've got Aries. I have Scorpio. I have Taurus and Libra again. And I have Sagittarius. So we have the King of Pentacles. There's an Earth sign covering an Earth sign. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is not the first time this has happened with this person. If you look at other relationships in this person's life, you are going to see patterns and cycles here. This person is watching to see how loyal you are. I think this person's kind of setting you up here to hook you in and get you in, and then to see how loyal you're going to be here in this situation. Because all of a sudden, all this action and interaction ceases. There's an abrupt change. The energy shifts. You know, this person's kind of locking you in prison here, and getting you to open up your heart and allow this person to come in, and then they're going to emotionally pull away here. Because you got the Emperor here. This is someone who's very distant. Doesn't really show their feelings. Doesn't really, you know, put themselves out there. Doesn't really wear their heart on their sleeve. You know, someone here is watching in this situation to see how loyal you are going to be. It's like they're painting this picture of what they know you want to see or what you want to have, but it's not really who this person is. We have the Emperor. We have Justice. Karmic connection. Yeah, King of Wands. Ugh. Page of Cups. So this person's going from the King of Cups to the Page of Cups. This person's going from the King of Cups, devotion, open, communication, connection, to the King of Wands. King of Wands is somebody who is very flamboyant, very sure of themselves. They want what they want when they want it. You know, this is your player card, pretty much. You know, this person's doesn't do anything unless there's something in it for them. And you've got this with Justice here. So there's something here, you know, Justice is can be, you know, about karmic connections or, karmic partners, or, people who kind of come into our life to kind of wake us up a little bit, so that we're not falling for illusions, or we're not falling for promises, and we're not looking for someone else to kind of like release us from ourselves, so to speak. And that's kind of what this is looking like a little bit here, because this person's going from the King of Cups to the King of Wands. And then all of a sudden they're going to the Page of Cups. Like, giving you a little bit of affection here and there, a little bit of kindness here and there. But it's not like the King of Cups. This kind of shows me an immaturity in emotional immaturity here. So I think it's very important to look at the patterns and cycles in this person's life, their past relationships, because that's going to tell a lot. Because it's like you're getting locked in here. 8 of Swords. So let's look at who's here. I'm going to pull a relationship card, actually. This is for Capricorn. Heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. See how she's talking to him and he's not really responding much. He's just kind of staring out into the distance. This really kind of resonates with this 8 of Cups kind of thing. Like, really pulling you in and then just kind of like pulling themselves out of it. You're having romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and they're worth exploring. Let's get a Gaia card for you too. Gaia. The Eternal Dance. Movement, the Wheel of Life, there's your Wheel of Fortune, and the Path of Least Resistance. That's not helping me. Perception, there we go, beyond the veil of illusion. So, this has something to do with cycles, the Wheel of Life, cycles, things coming around again, and the perception of it. These are romantic feelings that you're probably feeling. And you're having these conversations about honesty and openly sharing your feelings. Somebody's going to turn here. Somebody's going the other direction once this kind of hooks in. So I would just be aware, Capricorn. I'm going to look at in the extended, we have Sagittarius showing up. We have Libra showing up. We have Aries showing up. We have Sagittarius again. Taurus, Libra. Taurus down here. And Cancer. We got Cancer coming in too. Yep, Libra. So I'm going to look at those in the extended. And I hope this helped, Capricorn. And until next time, Grand Rising Capricorns. Bye-bye.